All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you that some of your most common habits, the little things you do every day, might actually be secret signs of high intelligence? And we're not talking about your grades or some old test score. We're talking about psychological patterns that science is now linking directly to a sharper mind.
So really think about this for a second. Are those things that maybe make you feel a little different, your quirks, your habits, the way your brain works, are they actually evidence that you're just wired for deeper thinking? Because today, we're going to decode those exact signals.
For the longest time, we've measured intelligence with stuff like test scores and grades. But here's the thing, that's just one tiny piece of the puzzle. What we're realizing now is that real intelligence, it's often hidden in the patterns of our habits, our thoughts, and our curiosity. That's where the magic really happens.
All right, let's get into the very first of our 5 key signs. I want you to see if this one sounds, maybe a little too familiar.
And right off the bat, I want to be clear. This isn't about spiraling into anxiety. Nope, this is a whole different ballgame. Highly intelligent people tend to analyze everything, not because they're worried, but because their curiosity is just relentless. It's like their brain just has to dig deeper.
And yeah, there's actually a cool scientific term for this. It's called cognitive reflection. Basically, it's that moment where you stop yourself from jumping to the first conclusion. You pause, you question that gut reaction, and you start to wonder, okay, what else could be going on here? That simple shift, from just reacting to thoughtfully reflecting, that's a huge deal in complex problem solving.
Okay, moving on to sign number 2. And you'll see how this one really builds on that whole idea of intellectual curiosity.
Are you the person who ends up on Wikipedia at 2 a.m. learning about something totally random? Or are you always asking, but why? That's not you being distracted, no way. It's actually a powerful sign of what you could call intellectual hunger. You just can't settle for the easy, surface-level answer.
And get this, there's real science here. Researchers at the University of London found this super strong link between a high IQ and a personality trait they call openness to experience. It's really just a fancy way of saying you're curious, you're imaginative. So all those random facts you collect, that's not just a quirk, it's your brain on a mission, actively seeking out new information.
All right, number 3. Now this one might just flip the script on how you think about conversations.
I absolutely love this idea. Because it just shatters a common myth, right? We often think the smartest person is the one dominating the conversation, but so often it's the exact opposite. The truly brilliant mind in the room is often the quiet one, listening, watching, and picking up on all the little things everyone else is missing.
And this skill actually has a name. It's called active observation. Think of it like this. You're not just hearing the words, you're processing everything behind the words, the tone, the emotion, the little cracks in their logic. And what's so cool about it is that it's not just about raw brain power. It's deeply connected to emotional intelligence too.
Okay, let's talk about number 4. And I'll be honest, this one might be the most counterintuitive, the most surprising one of them all.
I know. Doubting yourself sounds like a bad thing, right? A weakness, but it's actually a profound strength. Think about it. A little bit of self-doubt doesn't mean you're not smart. It means you're smart enough to know you don't know everything. And that right there is the fuel that keeps you learning. And this really highlights a huge contrast. On one hand, you've got intellectual humility, which is just being aware of what you don't know. That's the engine for growth. But on the other hand, you have the famous Dunning-Kruger effect. It's where people with the least knowledge are the most confident they know it all, which completely shuts down any learning. So that little bit of self-doubt, it's literally a shield protecting you from ignorance.
And that brings us to number 5, our 5th and final sign of hidden intelligence.
If you're someone who genuinely needs to be alone to recharge and think clearly, listen up. You are not being antisocial. What you're actually doing is giving your brain the quiet space it desperately needs to process things deeply. For a highly intelligent mind, being alone isn't about emptiness. It's about having enough room for all your ideas.
And again, the science on this is fascinating. A major study from the British Journal of Psychology found something amazing. Smarter people often reported being less happy with a super active social life. And the reason is simple. Their brains crave that deep, focused thinking time, which just gets drowned out by endless small talk. It's not that socializing is bad, it's just that you recharge in a different way.
So here's the bottom line. If you recognize yourself in these things, the productive overthinking, the endless curiosity, being the quiet observer, having a little self-doubt, and truly valuing your alone time, you're not weird, far from it. It's a huge sign that your brain is simply wired for deeper, more complex thinking. So let's put this all together in a quick blueprint for yourself. First, embrace that productive overthinking. Second, keep fueling your curiosity. Third, practice that active observation. Fourth, cultivate some intellectual humility. And fifth, truly value your solitude. See, these aren't just random quirks. They are powerful tools for thinking on a whole different level.
So, I want to leave you with this one question. Now that you've heard these signs, how is your intelligence secretly showing up? What are the ways, big or small, that you might have been overlooking or maybe even judging yourself for? Really think about that.